Yo, what is up, you guys? It's Dominator here, and I'm back with another Kanto Shiny Living Dex video. Maybe. I guess it might not be. But we are back in the Seafoam Islands. The last video, I did a phase for Psyduck. I'm going for Psyduck. I know Psyduck only appears on Fire Red, but I guess if we get Slowpoke, it's fine as well. But last phase, we ended up getting a shiny Zubat. So if you want to check out that video, I'll leave a card over here on screen now. And yeah, the only thing that I'm doing different this time is we are going for a level 27 Repel Trick. This will make Psyduck and Slowpoke 90%, and then I believe the 10% is Golbat. So I will leave the encounter rates on screen now if you want to check that out. Other than that, it's the same area. It's the same floor in the Seafoam Islands. If I do get Slowpoke on one of the LeafGreens, because I do technically need one more for Slowking. If I do get a Slowpoke on one of the LeafGreens, I will then move only the LeafGreens down to the 4th floor, because then I'll have a higher chance at getting Seel. But the main goal is Psyduck, so if I get a Psyduck, I will not continue. So that's pretty much all there is to this hunt. Before we begin, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. And yeah, let's get right into this. So I already did the white flute, and I, before saving, put the repel down. So encounter rate a bit slower, but it's gonna mostly be these guys. So it's still way faster than the surfing encounters. I can get Slowpoke at 100% encounter rate, but surfing encounters are very slow in this game, believe it or not. So that's pretty much all there is to it. I'm going to cut here, and I will see you once I get a shiny. Okay, guys, a quick change with this hunt. I'm currently 9,000 in. I'm probably going to leave the original intro in the video as well, because if you want to know how to do that hunt for the top floor with the repel trick, that's great. But the more I thought about it, the more I decided I don't really want Slowpoke as much, because the area I'm probably going to be hunting in the Safari Zone in Heart Gold Soul Silver for Safari Week, which is coming up pretty soon, I'm going to have a pretty high chance of getting Slowpoke there, and I'd rather not dupe up on that, and I should just limit my chances of getting Slowpoke here. So instead, what I'm doing for Fire Red, I'm doing the exact same repel trick, level 27, 1st floor. For LeafGreen, I am dropping the repel trick, and then I am just in the 4th floor, the bottom floor where Articuno is, I'm pretty sure. And instead of Slowpoke, I can still get Slowpoke, and I can even get Slowbro, but they are much less likely to appear. I am much more likely to get Seel and Dugong, which are shinies I do need for my Kanto Shiny Living Dex. So I figured this was a win-win for the Kanto Shiny Living Dex. If I get a shiny on Fire Red, it is extremely likely to be my target, which is Psyduck. If I get a shiny on LeafGreen, it's extremely likely to be something I need for Kanto, being Seel or Dugong, and I figured that was a win-win. I'll leave the new encounter rates on screen now for LeafGreen only. Fire Red remains the same, so I'm not going to re-put that on screen. And yeah, I'm going to do a quick encounter. I believe I did everything already, so I actually am still running the repels, but I believe they are too low of level in this floor to matter. And of course, we get a Slowpoke, but pretty sure Slowpoke's only like 10 or 15% now as opposed to 90, so it's way better. And then we got the Seel and the 2 Psyducks. So I'm going to cut here, and I will see you once I get a shiny. Oh, shiny Seel, dude. I noticed that right away. And I know I usually say that, but this this actually makes sense because it's a really subtle shiny. Oh my gosh, let me zoom in on that, see if you can see it. It's kind of hard to see on this camera, but oh my gosh. So the luck's coming back. If you guys saw my Safari Week video, which I should put a card for on screen now, you'll know that I said that I was on a phase for Psyduck that has been over 28,000. I stopped at 28,000, put it on hold, did Safari Week, had absolutely horrendous luck for that. So, yes, this was a very unlucky hunt, but because this is the first day back, this only took 268 encounters since returning. So, this took a grand total of 28,268. But I was kind of hoping it would be fast. Not only was I already 28,000 in on this hunt before starting it back up, but I had just absolutely horrendous luck for Safari Week, and the only shiny out of these games, I'm zoomed in, let me zoom out. Out of these 4 games, the only shiny that was found on these 4 games was on this game. And all the other games this game is ridiculously due, by the way. This one's like over 30k on its own since its last shiny, so that one's definitely got to pop soon. But I'm glad I got something fast. There's my shiny Seel. It is kind of difficult to see because of the focus of the camera, but I'm going to cut here, and I will see you once I go to catch this thing. All right, I have returned. Again, the camera really doesn't do it justice. It's a lot more cream colored in person. However, I will say Shiny Seel is one of the few shinies that actually looks better in the modern games. There are some shinies that I think look a lot better once they transition to 3D models. A lot of the times that's not the case. A lot of times they look worse when they transition to 3D models, but I guess for comparison, I will show just both sprites, not through a lens, both sprites on screen now, just to show that it does actually look better in the modern games. So, yeah, it looks pretty bad in Gen 3, but I did notice it. Obviously, I have the volume on when I play this game, so I can hear the sparkles regardless, so I don't miss them. And yeah, it really, from the camera, it really doesn't look shiny. In person, it looks a decent amount different. So I did look up the moveset. This thing learns Takedown at level 37, so we should be good. The only thing that might be annoying is that it knows Rest, but that might work in our favor. So, because it'll put itself to sleep. So we are going to swap over to shiny, or not shiny, to regular Smeargle. Do not have a shiny Smeargle in these games. It's going to go for Rest, but its HP's full. We are going to, I guess, does it really matter? Let's false swipe it. There's the Aurora Beam. Okay, now we can put it to sleep. Now, I probably will just catch this in a Premier Ball, right? Like, what other Pokeball could I catch this in? Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, Master Ball, Premier Ball, Repeat Ball. Timer Ball wouldn't be that bad, honestly. I think I'm just going to do a Premier Ball. I think Premier Ball it's like one of my favorite Pokeballs. You don't get a ton of them in Fire Red Leaf Green. You can't buy them. You have to trade them over, which is why I have 25. It took a while, so we're going to use them. So let's catch this. This should be easy catch. Hopefully. I actually don't know its catch rate. There we go, we caught it. It feels good to get a shiny. Not obviously, this is one of my longest hunts ever. I think as of now it is 5th. So not even. Let's see. So we had the 54,000 Shuppet. We had the 38,000 Krabby that, spoiler alert, fled from us. We had the 37,000 Caterpie, then the 30,000 Geodude. So this is number 5. So even though it's 28,000 in, which is absurd, it's only our 5th longest hunt. We've had 4 others that have been longer than this, so that's kind of sad. But it feels good to just like do a shiny hunt and get it within 20 minutes, which is awesome. So yeah, when I started this hunt, I was like, all right, I was really planning this out. I was thinking, if I don't get Psyduck on this phase, like I was desperation. If I don't get Psyduck on this phase, I'm going to go to the Safari Zone and surf for Psyduck in Fire Red, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, and hope we catch it. But ultimately, getting a Seel, that's pretty much like the same goal, is to get stuff for the Kanto Shiny Living Dex. We did need Seel, so I'm totally fine with it. I think what will happen, I think my ultimate plan is we're going to stick with this hunt for a while. if we get, well, we're going to end as soon as we get Psyduck, but if we get another Seel next phase, we will then move these games back to the top floor, do the same repel trick for Slowpoke, and then if we get a Slowpoke and by then nothing appears on Fire Red, which would be very unlikely, we will then move to the Safari Zone. So we're going to try to make the most of this cave, but for now, I got a shiny Seel. I don't know what to nickname this thing. Oh gosh, I'm not gonna ask for suggestions because I'm actually definitely gonna think of something for this name because yes, I could totally think of something for this, but we're not gonna give it a nickname for now. Let's save. And for a nature guess, I'm going to guess timid. We're gonna guess timid nature. So let's see what we got here. We got a naive Chinchou, relaxed Smeargle, careful bird person, and I said timid. It's gonna be hardy nature Seel. So now you can really tell it's shiny because of the summary screen, but let's heal this thing up and send it out into battle. I guess before we send this thing out into battle, like, let me know in the comments what your longest shiny hunt is. Mine is 54,000. This hasn't even come close to it, but this is still very much up there for longest shiny hunts, and we did pretty bad for Safari Week, but let me know in the comments what your longest shiny hunt is, and I hope we never break my record anytime soon. So we got a regular Slowbro and shiny Seel. You can see the sparkles at least. Let me do one more. I'm going to flip my mic around. We'll see how it sounds. All right, hopefully it might be very loud. I'm not sure. Hopefully it sounds good. But let's check this thing out. We got a regular Seel for the comparison and shiny Seel. Yeah, trust me, it's pretty noticeable on screen. The camera is really messing with the colors. I can assure you, like, even at a weird angle that I'm looking at, it is very apparent how much different it looks compared to the normal Seals. So, yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring those notification bells, all that good stuff. Be sure to join the domination, and I will see you in the next video.